Morning, everybody from New York. It is day 4 of the AdForum Summit. Getting into my stride now. So even though it was another late evening yesterday, it wasn't actually quite so bad because we'd only had 2 major agency sessions yesterday in the day. So Wednesdays, we normally have a sort of what they call a free afternoon. Sometimes there's an agency dinner, but in fact, I just had a quiet dinner with one of my consultant colleagues. In fact, it's Peter Cowie, who is quite instrumental in putting the AdForum Summit together, and not in terms of inviting the agencies, but he does a lot of coaching ahead of the summit in order to make sure the agencies are the best that they can be and put their best foot forward to all of us at the summit. So yesterday we had 2 sessions, and the first one was with Accenture Song and Droga 5, and the second one was with Gray. Now, as you all know, Accenture Song has been very active in terms of creating this new, they don't like to call it a network, but this new agency where creativity and technology and, of course, management consulting are all fused together. And as you know, in South Africa, Accenture bought King James. So, and that's the pattern that they've adopted all over the world. So it was really interesting yesterday to actually finally meet David Droga, who is an intense yet very humble character, and to listen to what he had to say, and some marvelous things that he actually said, which I'll be talking in far more detail about when I do the report back in the AdForum presentations, but some unforgettable quotes in terms of how he sees the future and how he sees advertising and the advertising industry playing out. And he's very committed to making all of this work. So that was a very encouraging session. And we also met people from Droga 5. And again, I'll talk about why it is that Droga 5 their name has been kept as opposed to it all being absorbed into Accenture Song. There are some very strategic reasons for that. So that was a very good session in a magnificent building with a fantastic view. And they kept us interested. Although the view was nice, we managed to concentrate on them. So that was them. Then we went on to Gray, and this was another very interesting session. So Gray, we've met many times over the last 17 years that I've been in the AdForum Summits. And what was interesting about Gray is how the leadership keeps changing, and they're actually quite successful. They regard themselves as one of the best kept secrets in the WPP network, and they've managed to remain successful, maintain their clients. As you know, we have a very successful Gray in South Africa, which has really built itself up in the last few years to become quite a powerhouse. And so we met the new CEO, global CEO, Laura Maness, and very interesting woman, very committed to helping Gray to grow into the future. And then all of her team, plus a surprise guest, which was the new global chief creative officer who's joining them in June. He just popped in for 4 minutes just to say hello, and also he's part of the new change. So so in a few of their offices in the world, they've had completely restructured in terms of their leadership. But it's interesting to hear what they're doing, how they're doing it, and what they're planning to do. So more on that in detail. Okay, so we're on to day 4 now, and we're meeting with 5 agencies today. And we're meant to be meeting with 6, but I'll tell you all about what happened to the 6th one. So we're meeting with Service Plan and Pereira Odell, Critical Mass, Uncommon Creative Studio, Dept, one of our favorites. And we should have also been meeting with a social media content agency called Adolescent Content. But as somebody put it, in true adolescent form, they pulled out 24 hours before they were due to commit. So we're not seeing them. But it's good because it gives us more time with the 4 agencies that we are meeting. And the realization for me, particularly with this summit, is there's so much change going on within the advertising world, probably more change than I've ever seen. Or maybe it's just extraordinary, actually, what is happening. And it's giving us more time to concentrate on the agencies that we are seeing and to listen to what they're going through. Not an easy time, not for anybody, not for any of us. And so in this recovery that is happening, it's fascinating to actually hear how the agencies are perceiving it, how they want to be part of the change and part of the future, and what they're doing in order to get there. So yes, so looking forward to today. And then this evening, we have what we call our AdForum dinner. And the AdForum dinner is where all the agencies that we've met during the week come and join us for dinner at a restaurant in New York. And that's always very nice because it's very social and everybody catches up. It's not normally a very late evening. Apparently the restaurant's very nice. I missed it last year because traveling back to South Africa, and you just have to get your hours of sleep in before you embark on this huge journey. But I will be going to the event this evening, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be interesting. It'll be nice to see everybody again, and to have a good chat before we all depart. And then, of course, its last day is on Friday, and that shouldn't be too busy a day, but I think it'll be quite interesting. But more about that tomorrow. In the meantime, I need to get myself into gear to meet these 4 interesting agencies today. In fact, of all of them, let me just see. The Critical Mass is part of Omnicom now. When we first met them a few years ago, they were independent. Service Plan is still an independent but very big group. Dept is also independent. So again, and then of course Uncommon, which is one of these very successful independent agencies in London and rumoured to be looking to sell. So more about that tomorrow when I catch up with you. Okay, thanks for listening and have a good day. Okay, bye for now.